All right, welcome back, everyone. So, listen, we got to break down this absolutely insane crash that just happened because, wow, the theories flying around are getting out of control. My feed is blowing up with people screaming about BlackRock's spot XRP ETF filing. Most of what you're hearing is pure guesswork at this point. Here's what I know for sure, though. This wasn't random, not even close. Like, some serious players just loaded their bags at prices that would make your head spin across every single cryptocurrency out there. Picture this scenario with me. It's Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock, people are heading home for the weekend, and boom, every holder suddenly gets the urge to sell everything. Please, someone orchestrated this whole thing and they knew exactly what they were doing. Those pulling the strings here, they're playing a different game than us. Could this whole mess be setting the stage for those ETFs everyone's waiting for? Stick around because that rabbit hole goes deep. Look, I had my eyes on a potential liquidity sweep, sure, but this beast? This was like watching a tsunami when you expected a wave. Nothing has hit this hard since that legendary COVID wipeout in 2020. Okay, so check this out. A bunch of people just made serious money from this crash. I'm talking about the folks who knew what they were doing. But here's the thing. Plenty of people got burned too. They lost big time. So I'm sitting here wondering, was this whole thing just a liquidity grab? You know, one last shakeout before the market really starts moving? Because let's be real. We all knew alt season was getting close. Everyone and their mother was calling for alt season by the end of October. And get this, people are still saying we could hit $5 or more before this month's over. So was this just them grabbing cash before we shoot up? We'll have to wait and see what happens. But here's what I think. They want regular folks like us to sell right before they flip that ETF switch on. Now, Nate Gary just dropped some interesting news. We've got another round of S1 amendments coming through for spot XRP ETFs. We're talking Bitwise, Franklin, 21 Shares, Wisdom Tree, Grayscale, and Canary. And several of them already have their ticker symbols ready to go. So maybe, just maybe, these ETFs are about to go live. That would make total sense. Crash the market right before the ETFs launch. While everyone's freaking out about the dip, boom, XRP ETFs quietly get their approval and they're ready to roll. This whole release timing with the dip, not a coincidence. You've got to notice these patterns and keep your eyes on everything that's happening. So here's what I'm thinking. Either we just saw that liquidity grab or we're about to witness the most insane reversal crypto has ever seen. And before anyone jumps to conclusions, I don't think BlackRock has anything to do with this. People keep throwing around rumors that BlackRock secretly filed for a spot XRP ETF behind closed doors, but until someone credible like Eleanor Tourette comes out and confirms it, it's all just speculation at this point. But let me show you something interesting about XRP demand from this article. XRP has been crushing it when it comes to spot ETF market inflows. We're talking the strongest weekly numbers we've seen. The first XRP ETF launched barely a month ago, and already the data shows XRP standing out as one of the top performers in these record inflows. This tells us something huge. XRP's strength goes way beyond just retail traders like you and me. The numbers are wild. XRP just pulled in its biggest weekly inflow ever. What does that mean? Big money is feeling confident. We're talking major players and funds who are finally looking past just Bitcoin and Ethereum products. And here's where it gets interesting. While regular retail investors are looking at XRP's price going down and thinking, oh no, this looks weak, the smart money sees something completely different. They're not panicking, they're positioning themselves. Okay, so institutions are treating this like their golden ticket to get in. And guess what? They just scored an even better opportunity to jump on board. When those XRP ETFs finally go live, and trust me on this, we're talking double digits faster than you can blink. Here's what most people are missing. It really doesn't take that much capital to send XRP's price flying. Now, President Trump drops this bombshell about canceling his meeting with Z, then hints he might still meet with them. Classic market manipulation playbook right there. That's exactly why we saw that massive crash followed by that lightning fast recovery. Come on, you can't watch that whole thing unfold and seriously tell me he was just thinking out loud or casually planning something? Look, I'm seeing way too many people trying to spin this as anything but what it really is. Let's just be real here. It's market manipulation, plain and simple. Everyone who's actually in crypto knows exactly what went down. Sure, you've got your handful of skeptics who refuse to see it, but XRP holders, they didn't even flinch during this crash. These folks understand exactly what they're holding, and compared to every other cryptocurrency that tanked, they're sitting pretty confident. Listen, I genuinely believe XRP holders were the absolute champions during that crash. We held tighter than anyone else in the crypto space. Why? Because we actually understand what's in our wallets. We get that XRP is where everything's headed. We see the future crystal clear. You'd literally have to pry these tokens from our cold, dead hands to get them. We're not letting go. Period. Most of us rode out that entire Ripple versus SEC nightmare without breaking a sweat. Think about it. For years now, every single time the market took a nosedive, we just sat there holding. It's become second nature at this point. Being an XRP investor means crashes don't even register anymore. You know how many times I've scrolled through X and seen people saying exactly that? Don't sweat the crashes. I'm here for what's coming. And they mean every word of it. Here's the thing. It took real vision to buy into this project in the first place. But holding, that's the easy part when you're watching your vision literally unfold right before your eyes in real time. So this comes straight from Black Swan Capitalist, and I absolutely love what they're saying about volatility. That's where fortunes get made and absolutely destroyed. It's brutal. Fear drives the selling, euphoria drives the buying. If you can master those swings, you've basically cracked the code to this whole game. Here's something wild, but volatility is literally what brought you into crypto in the first place. Most newcomers don't even realize this, but what pulled you into this market was seeing something rocket from 50 cents straight up to 10 bucks or more. And get this, we're talking 24 to 48 hours for those moves. That's the insane speed crypto operates at when things really get going. Now, sure, sometimes you've got to stomach those gut-wrenching crashes to reach those highs, but that's the beauty of crypto. That's exactly what keeps me coming back for more. You might be holding for what feels like forever, then boom. Within a single month, you're looking at profits that would take someone 5 years to make at their regular job. There's literally no other market on the planet like crypto, and here's what gets me. How can anyone keep pushing this whole store of value story when every single time something happens, it completely tanks? They're talking about Bitcoin here. Look, I don't see Bitcoin as a store of value at all. I've been saying this on this channel over and over again. The second any drama pops off anywhere on the planet, Bitcoin just falls off a cliff. And guess what happens next? It grabs every other coin by the collar and drags them down too. We're still chained to Bitcoin whether we like it or not, but that's not going to last forever. XRP is going to break free from this toxic relationship. I'm betting it happens when we get real regulations and people actually start using it for something besides speculation. But seriously, how can anyone keep a straight face calling Bitcoin a store of value? I mean, come on. The president literally just has to open his mouth and say a few random words, and Bitcoin starts having a meltdown. So here's my honest advice. If you're getting sweaty palms reading this, just cash out now and save yourself the heartache. This game will absolutely eat you alive if you're not built for it. You need the patience of someone waiting in line at the DMV for 8 hours combined with a stomach that can handle the world's most terrifying roller coaster. Picture this. You wake up Tuesday morning, check your phone, and you're thinking, I'm basically Warren Buffett with these XRP gains. Wednesday rolls around, you're down 40% and questioning every life choice you've ever made. The trick is training yourself to look at those red numbers and feel absolutely nothing. Zero emotion, just dead inside when it comes to price action. But here's what kills me. So many people stumbled into crypto thinking they found the cheat code to life. Then, boom, reality check. You might be babysitting these coins for years, not days. Okay, so if you've been in the XRP game for a while, you already know what's up. This isn't just about holding another random coin. XRP is literally plugged into the payment networks being built worldwide right now. Picture it like this. Governments and banks are laying down the tracks in XRP. That's the express train ready to roll once everything's connected. Now listen, this whole new financial system we keep hearing about, guys, we're not talking 5 or 10 years anymore. I'm convinced we're going to see this thing launch within 2 years tops. Mark my words on that. Here's what I think happens next, and stay with me here. We're probably going to watch the markets absolutely tank first. Scary, maybe. But that's exactly when the new system kicks in. Why? Because the big players already know what's coming. Major banks are buying crypto left and right, getting heavy into stablecoins. When giants like that make these moves, forget 2030. We're talking way sooner. So Peter Brent's out there calling for XRP to crash again, and sure, we saw that drop he predicted. But most XRP holders, we're not sweating it. While some analysts keep screaming about more crashes coming, people who really understand this project know what's next. Those all-time highs everyone's waiting for, they're coming. They get it. Price discovery is right around the corner. Everyone who knows what's coming is getting ready for this exact moment. All you need to do is hang tight until it kicks off. Sure, the market's getting pushed around by whales right now, but even that game can't last forever. Remember, we're still in crypto's Wild West era, basically zero rules out here. But that's about to change big time. Regulations are coming fast, and when they hit, XRP and other utility tokens are gonna absolutely explode. Why? Because these aren't meme coins or random projects. They were built to work within the system from day one. While other cryptos scramble to comply, XRP's already there waiting. What I'm saying is, you're not just holding a cryptocurrency, you're holding a piece of the future financial infrastructure. So until that moment arrives and we see those massive gains, keep your head up and stay focused on the bigger picture. We're all in this together and we're all gonna make it. All right, everyone, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, take care and have an amazing night.